Hey guys, it's Tomatoda. So over the weekend, I crocheted this hot dog carrier for my Sonny Angel, and I thought I'd make a tutorial for it. Typically, when I crochet, I eyeball things, which means that I go through a lot of trial and errors. But the problem is, once I get it down, I don't write it down because I don't really know how to write patterns, or I don't know how to write good patterns. So even if I were to write a pattern, I'd look at it in the future and be like, what the fuck does this even mean? But because I really like this project, I want to remake it in the future. And I thought the best thing for me to do is make a video tutorial. Now, before we begin, I want to preface this preface that although I think this is a pretty beginner-friendly tutorial, emphasis on I think, I am not going to go over the basics of crocheting. I'm going to assume that you already know how to crochet, and the tutorial is going to go on in that manner. Also, feel free to tweak things or change things around as you see fit. This isn't like a set tutorial. It's just, I freehanded this shit. You can freehand this shit as well. You know what I mean? Okay, now let's start. The materials I'll be using is a 5mm crochet hook, a 3.5mm crochet hook, scissors, a yarn needle, glue gun, paper towels or tissues, and yarn, which are all in a 4 medium weight. I need a hot dog sausage dark red color, hot dog buns pale yellow color, lettuce green color, mustard bright yellow color, and ketchup bright red color. One thing to note here is that all the brands of yarn I'm using are loose and soft, but the hot dog sausage red yarn by the brand Red Heart is a bit more coarse, rough, and I think slightly thicker. Or maybe because it's coarse it feels thicker, which is nice because it holds shape better. So it creates a nice foundation in my opinion. An optional tool you can have is a stitch marker. First, I'm going to start with the bottom portion of the sausage. Round 1. Using the 5mm crochet hook, I'm going to start off with a magic ring and crochet 7 single stitches. Crocheting isn't my main thing, so I do apologize if my terms are incorrect. But this is why I have visual aid, right? Anyways, when that is done, I'm gonna pull on the tail to tighten the magic ring and then slip stitch into the first stitch to finish off the first round. Something I always say to myself in my head here is the first stitch is always a bitch. Round 2. I'm going to chain 1 and crochet 2 single stitches into each previous stitch so that I end up with 14 single crochet stitches total. 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4, touch the floor, 5, 6, pick up sticks, 7, 8, what'd you 8, 9, 10, I have hens, 11, 12, I see elves, 13, 14, look at my ween. Then finish that round and move on to round 3. I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to just be doing single crochet stitches all around. So 14 stitches total, no increases at all. Then finish it off as normal at the end. Round 4 through 8. I'm going to be doing the same shit as round 3, just single crochet stitches all around. 14 stitches in each layer, no increases at all until I hit round 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cutting off the tail and pulling it through. Setting this aside, I'll now start on the top of the sausage. Other than leaving a little bit more tail length, I'm pretty much going to be starting the same way I did with the bottom sausage. So round 1 is a magic ring with 7 single crochet stitches. Then round 2, increase with 2 single crochet stitches in each previous stitch, making it to be 14 total stitches. Round 3, single stitches all the way around, no increases, making it 14 stitches. Then round 4 Simply repeat round 3 exactly the same. Now for round 5, I'm going to continue the round like normal, but only for 8 stitches. At the 8th stitch, chain 1, turn it over, and continue single crocheting in the other direction for 8 stitches. Then repeat once again, chain 1, turn over, do 8 stitches, and repeat one last time, chain 1, turn over, 8 stitches. So to review, I have my initial 4 rounds, and then I have my 4 rows. Now I'm going to attach the top portion to the bottom portion. The tail of the bottom portion should be centered like this, and this is the back of the sausage. With the upper and lower parts together, the front should look like this. If I fold the top portion back, it'll look like this, where both of the front parts are facing outwards. Here, I'm going to crochet the pieces together. You can sew it if you want instead. It's just that my preferable lazy way is to slip stitch it together. I'm gonna start like around here. It doesn't have to be a precise stitch location as long as the bottom portion tail is hidden around the central back area. What does matter is that I'm only slip stitching 8 holes total. So I should end up with 8 stitches in the end, as you can see here. At this end, I'm going to chain 1, fold the upper portion back up, and do single crochets along the open frame in a clockwise direction. One important thing is to skip the corner holes, and I think in my mind that it creates a more cuter rounded corner effect. I don't know, I just wanted rounded corners because rounded corners makes things cute, like business cards. I don't know why, it just does. Anyways, after skipping the last corner hole and our first chain, I'm gonna slip stitch into this next hole. Let me show you that one more time. Skip the corner hole, skip the first chain, and then slip stitch into this hole. And from here, I'm going to slip stitch all around the frame because I feel like it gives the opening more structure and makes it look nicer. Does it really? I don't know, it's a mental thing. Once I reach the end, I'm gonna cut off the yarn and pull it through my yarn needle. Then I'm going to sew it through once like this so it kind of blends out. And here I always end up with this little flap area, which is not a big deal because I am going to sew it shut. See, it's gone. Then I'm going to weave the needle into the back area until it's near the other tail and just tie them together in a knot and then cut off the excess. Putting the sausage aside for a moment, I'm gonna turn on my glue gun, and while it heats up, I'm gonna make the ketchup and mustard. Using my 3.5mm crochet hook, I'm simply going to make a 12 stitch chain. I'm using a smaller hook because I want these pieces to come out skinnier and tighter. Now, if you don't have a smaller hook, you might be able to just use your hands. I personally can't get this method consistent enough to look good, but if desperate times calls for desperate measures, then you do you do your best, and that's all good. Just make sure that the chain ends up being around 5.5 to 6 centimeters long. Before gluing on the condiments, I like to kind of practice the placing first so that it gives me like an idea of where I should be gluing. And once my glue gun is ready, I'm going to drizzle the glue like a backwards S and then add the ketchup and mustard. Make sure that the braided side of the ketchup and mustard is facing up because I think it's prettier looking than the other side. Then I'm going to add more glue to places that need it, which is a lot of places, including my relationship with exercising. But once I'm done with that, I'm going to turn off my glue gun and wait for the glue on the sausage and condiments to cool off completely. With the excess yarn, I'm going to use my needle to thread them into the body of the sausage. Now, flipping the sausage inside out, I'm going to tie the red and yellow yarns into a knot. I want the knot to be more towards the bottom of the sausage so it doesn't stick out of the head hole, and then cut off the excess. With the bottom sausage tail, I'm going to weave it in and out like this and also cut off the excess. For this next part, you can definitely do you depending on, what you want this holder to be. But for me, I'm gonna just take a long scrap yarn and knot it 2 times so that the knot is very thick. And then using the tail of the sausage, I'm going to pull it through that circle and do whatever it takes to make sure that it is secured as fuck. Something equivalent to a baby that grabs your hair. Because if you've ever been in that situation, you know that their grip is secure as fuck. Then I cut off the excess and flip it back outside in. And taking my crochet needle, I'm going to poke it through the anus so that I can pull the loop outwards. And this is where I'm going to add like a keychain or whatever. I don't know. I haven't even decided myself. But either way, the sausage itself is done. Next stage are the hot dog buns. It's pretty much gonna start just like the sausage. For the first round, I'm going to start off with a magic ring and 7 single stitches. Round 2, I'm going to increase with 2 single crochet stitches for each previous stitch, ending in 14 stitches total. Round 3, simple single stitches all around, ending in 14 stitches again. Then for round 4 through 12, repeat round 3. Single stitches all the way up. And this is what I have now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Round 13, I'm going to close up the buns by decreasing 2 stitches at a time using the invisible decrease method. Or I think that's what it's called. Either way, I'm decreasing from 14 stitches to 7 stitches. Then at the end, I'm going to slip stitch into the first stitch and cut off a long-ish tail. Pulling it through the needle, I'm going to sew it through like the edges of the 7 single stitches like so. Then pull it all together to close the opening and another anus is created. It's kind of like a reverse cat dog. Now I'm going to flatten the bun so that this diagonal dent is located smack dab across the center. This is where the ugly shit happens, and this is where the beautiful shit happens. Now, I'm going to poke the needle through the anus hole and thread it all the way down to the center of the diagonal dent. Pull on the string so that the shape at the end looks more rounded. And then I'm going to secure the end by weaving it in and out, or just, whatever. Just go round and round and round. After cutting off the end, I'm going to repeat that whole thing one more time so that I end up with 2 buns. Now I'm going to sew them together. With a longer bit of yarn loaded into the needle, I'm going to place the 2 buns like this with the ugly side facing out on both sides. And then I'm going to line up the edges. And if it matters to you, you might also want to check that the beginning and the end of the buttholes are both in the same direction. To sew them together, I'm going to start on the 4th round or the 4th row of both of the buns. My needle is going to go through 2 strings at a time. I don't know what to call it, but these 2 pair of strings. So there's going to be 4 strings total on that needle. I'm going to pull it through, loop it over, shove it back into the same hole, and then tighten by pulling. On the next row, same thing. I'm gonna go through two strings, hold it through, tighten, loop over, shove it back into the same hole, pull and tighten. Now repeat this all the way down. Sometimes the two strings that you want to needle through aren't distinctly clear, but that's okay. Just try your best and it'll look fine in the end. I'm going to stop once I reach the fourth row or the fourth round on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Taking the two ends of the string, I'm gonna tie it together, making sure that the knot is in the center, and finally cut off the excess. Now the buns are done. Let us set that aside and start on the lettuce. Row 1. I'm still using the 5mm crochet hook, and with that I'm going to crochet 10 normal chains. This is going to be the base of the lettuce. Row 2. Chain 1, and into the 10th chain, we're going to do 2 single crochets into each hole. For this part, my crochet is not going to be very tight. It's going to be loosey-goosey. Now repeat throughout the rest of the row, 2 crochets into each of the previous holes, which will result in 20 single stitches because we start off with 10, and double that is 20. Once at the end, I'm going to cut off the yarn and tie the tails into a knot. Then pulling both of the tails into the needle, I'm going to weave it in and out of the original 10 chain base until it's like kind of close to the center, and then I'm gonna cut off the excess. Now repeat that one more time. Turning on my glue gun again, we're gonna start working on the assembling. So here, I'm crumbling up some paper towels or napkins so that I can stuff it into the sausage to give it like shape while I glue everything together. When my glue gun is ready, I'm going to acidly try to gel down the parts that are sticking out first. And then taking the hot dog buns with the ugly side facing up or facing me, I drizzle the glue into this central area here and then carefully center and add in the sausage. Hold it in place until the glue cools down. Then I'm going to add glue into the crevice here, and remember you can always add more glue later, so don't go too crazy from the start. I'm going to add the base of the lettuce into the crevice and make it into a wavy shape and lightly hold it down until the glue cools down. Once it is cooled, I'm going to continue to glue whatever and wherever I think needs more gluing to hold down the shape that I want. Then, of course, I repeat the same thing on the other side. And actually, as I've been making this, I've been wondering who puts lettuce in their hot dog? If you search for hot dog costume, there are a few that have lettuce on the side like this, and I do like that it adds more color, which is why I went with this design. But thinking about it, I'm like, is this really a thing? Do people really put lettuce on their hot dogs? Or is this supposed to be relish? Because, I don't know, it looks more like lettuce than relish to me on these costumes, but let me know, guys. After everything has been glued and cooled, remove the tissues and ta-da! Sonny Angel hot dog holders done. It fits my piggy angel and it fits my corn angel who has like a higher head. And now that it is October and the weather is getting colder, I hope that this hot dog holder will be enough to keep my babies warm this fall and winter. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all so much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.